What the fuck? I messed that up. Did I not mess that up? That was weird.
Did you fucking get me running shit again to my air conditioner? You motherfucker.
You did. It was fucking
I wasn't even wearing shoes this time.
Welcome to Stargeekz.
I'm about done with this shit. I'm about to start turning on the camera.
What's going on tonight? Oh man, we're gonna talk about some San Diego Comic-Con stuff that dropped. We're what's up, Star Wars Addict 77? What's up?
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the show. This is Sean.
This is a little.
This is Steve.
This is Ed, and with intros like that,
You have failed me for the last time.
I am so sorry, Ed. I apologize. Hello, welcome back, man. I gotta get this real quick because how was Disney? Was there any Star Wars stuff that you've seen down there?
I mean, there was a lot. I mean, they have Galaxy's Edge. I walked around Galaxy's Edge. It's it's similar to what we have in Disney World.
Right. You went to California, so yeah.
Yes, I went to Disneyland in California.
You know what I was gonna ask you, and I didn't even say anything. You should have went to Lucasfilms. I wasn't even thinking about that.
It's not close. California's a big state. Lucasfilm is way the F up where I live.
Oh, it is?
Is near San Francisco, right?
It's in Marin County. That's close to me. It's not close to Disneyland.
How far is that from you?
7 states away on the East Coast.
How far is it away from you? Like, is it like a couple hours?
For me, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to go over there then. I'm gonna need you to go up in there and at least take a couple pictures. What are you doing? You've been sitting there in freaking California for the last what?
You can't just go there.
30 some years.
According to Fanboys, you can.
You can't just go there.
You could though. You could probably be like, hey, I want to come take a picture in front of the statue. Like, what? I didn't even realize that. Like, I just realized like how close you are.
Yeah, why didn't you make the drive? It's only 10 hours.
I was going to say, I was like, what is it, at least 6 hours from?
And then you got to deal with California road construction traffic.
And traffic, yeah. It's not.
Add another couple hours.
So we're saying we need to do our own version of Fanboys.
I would totally do that.
I mean,
only
if somebody had the van.
We need the van.
Oh, yes.
We need the fucking van, and then I'm in.
I am not driving anywhere with y'all in a van.
I will, but we have to have more than Rush. But the van is a must. With the lights and the R2 in the back, it's a must.
And the fucking hyper speed and
I'm totally in for that.
So compare and contrast a little Disney World versus Disneyland Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge is the same. It's almost the same exact footprint. The rides are the same. They had a little bit more characters, I think, but I think that was because of temperature. You know, like Steve, I know where you're at. It's super hot, but where I was at, 3 out of the 6 days was in the low 80s.
Well, you're on the coast. Everything on the coast, you're getting the.
It was cooler, yeah.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the queue lines and stuff were outside, where a lot in Disney World is on the inside. You know, because Florida heat is ridiculous, which I love. I love the heat there. So it's good. It was good. I got a selfie with Boba Fett. I haven't seen Boba Fett in the parks yet, so.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I would share that, but I didn't have it ready because I was just finishing Fanboys. So
I watched it today too.
You know what? It was the last minute. I'm still working on my finals. As you can see, my eyes drifting. They're due Friday at midnight. But yeah, no, Disneyland is really cool. The parks are a lot smaller overall, you know, and it feels more mom and pop-ish than Disney World. Disney World is it feels vast. You know, a lot more retro stuff at Disneyland, but it was cool. It was a cool experience. It was fun.
Nice. So, all right. I guess everybody's week was okay. Star Wars related stuff, not really much, but Ed, I know you got stuff to talk about for news.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You open up the news desk.
That's good news.
There you go.
Yes. So the big thing that actually dropped just a few hours ago was we got some information on Skeleton Crew. So we have an actual
We
release date. Yes. December 3rd of this year is when it drops. And they gave us a few images that we can kind of look through. So we know they've talked about this kind of being the coming of age, comparing it to like the Goonies or E.T. So you've got Jude Law and this group of, it only seems like there's 4. So I'm guessing that's all there are. The storyline is that somehow they kind of get lost, guessing another galaxy. Hopefully it could or could not be the same place from Ahsoka. Don't know. But it's just kind of their adventures and I guess their attempt to get back home. So I didn't realize that one of the kids has a visor and kind of going with the Geordie LaForge look from Star Trek.
Seeing that.
It's going to be a new accessory.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Little speeder bikes seem to be very prominently shown throughout these images. We've got one at the very end. So I'm just hoping that they actually are speed bikes and not those little slow Vespas from the Book of Boba. There's our little alien, which I don't recall if they said that this is the same species as Max Rebo, but it looks just like him, so I'm assuming it is.
For me, it's a blue elephant, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, I can
pretty
hope.
Good. It's pretty close.
Here we go. At least it's not a baby Rebo. I mean, yeah, thank God it's not a baby.
Maybe it is. Do we know what time period this is based in?
This is same as the Mandalorian.
Yeah. I don't think so. It's not a baby.
So it's no.
So maybe it's his son.
But this is the thing. This is the thing about this. This could either go terribly wrong or terribly really fun, and it could go. I don't know who the writer is. I don't know who like is directing this thing, but it could go really well or really, really fucking bad. And
I think we say that with all of them.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, at this point, yeah, you're right. But like, if it goes really well, it would be something really like, oh man, like this was really fun as a kid. You know what I mean? Like this would be like a fun movie, a kid, like, you know what I mean? Like how we all love Stranger Things in the beginning. This could go that level, but like very.
Oh, what level? Like stay pretty good.
Yeah,
Stranger Things is like really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, going to that level, like, oh man, this was really fun. We enjoyed that, and it could do a lot. I'm just, you know, that's just my take on it. I mean, I don't know.
I'm hoping that at least this image is kind of pre-production because the blue alien doesn't look too bad in some of them. This particular image, he just looks really fake. But again, still images before it's released. And then we get one with them on the speeders, and it kind of looks like they got a little sidecar action going. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be the guinea pigs.
Absolutely. I'll be the guinea pig for it. I'm gonna watch it just like everything else. I'm gonna watch it. Of course. You know? If I don't like it, then I'll still watch it. I'll hate watch it, you know, like we'll see.
So that's what we got for Skeleton Crew. There's a new book trilogy, and I know we don't normally go this route, but the first one drops on February of next year. And this one kind of excited me because this is going to be right in that same time period, and they're taking some inspiration from Andor. So it's kind of the entire start of the rebellion and the rise of the Empire. I'm really hoping they're going to follow Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and kind of that same whole group. So I'm excited to read this. And again, as much as we love Andor, I would love for them to, okay, you know, it's about that character, but we like that time period in Star Wars. If these books are good, use them. Give us some more of that. I know you guys are big Game of Thrones, or at least especially when it comes to the new, what's the House of the Dragon. And they said that in the second and third chapters of this trilogy, they'll jump ahead in the timeline to critical moments in the rise of the Rebel Alliance with the senior editor comparing their approach to that of House of the Dragon season 1. So,
that's again, I don't know, it's a book, so
but
I mean, we could audiobook it, Steve, like we usually do.
oh yeah,
Oh, I'm not going to read the paperback. Like,
no, I don't read books. Come on, man.
What are we like? What are we cultured over here? What are we?
I mean, I read books.
Do you though?
so
A little shut up. No one's talking.
I do. I actually bought some that are coming tomorrow. But they're
I don't believe. You know what? I don't believe
emotional. They're about emotional intelligence and business continuity and all that kind of stuff. So.
No, but they're not Star Wars books.
No, I don't read Star Wars books. I read comic books.
Anyway,
a very expensive skimpy suit was auctioned off recently. A Princess Leia bikini costume from the set of Star Wars sells for $175,000. Now, this was screen tested and tried on by Carrie Fisher, but it was not actually in the filming because when she tried this one on, she said that it was extremely uncomfortable. So they'd had another version of the same thing made that was more comfortable to wear. But she actually did wear it and tried it on, and this was what her ultimate one was based on. So $175,000.
Oof.
woo.
Somebody is gonna do inappropriate things with that.
I can only hope. If you're going to spend that kind of money, have fun with it. And when we get into Fanboys, I know that was one of the exciting parts at the end of the movie is Kristen Bell sporting the bikini princess.
Kristen Bell is such a nerd. I love it.
Now, if you like costumes, but you don't want to go quite that expensive, this is at least from the imagery, it looks pretty good. It's a Darth Vader official costume, $1,000. So
it does like the sounds and the lights and all the stuff.
So
it's really kind of fucking cool. I'm gonna be honest.
it is.
It looks hot.
Oh, all that leather? Oh yeah.
It's too hot.
So I think it wouldn't be a bad thing for that price point if it looks really that good to get it and put it on a mannequin.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, then you have $1,000 life-size statue at that point.
Yeah, but one that you could take off at any point and wear it.
Ed, did you see do you have the Y-Wing that sold for?
I didn't see any images of it. I know that thing went for crazy money.
Yeah, it went for a lot of cool.
I think it was over $1 million.
I think it was. It was like $1 million or something like that. I can't find a picture of it, but I was trying to find it.
Yeah, I was looking, but
that's ridiculous. Like the Y, it's smaller than the Y-Wing that I have right here. It was a little bit smaller. It was a studio scale one, but damn.
But there you go. That's what you got to pay if you want something that was actually used in the movie.
Yes,
that's big money.
It's ridiculous. Crazy.
Right.
So there was some news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con for Star Wars. So we talked about it last week, but it wasn't, we talked about it on the Geek Show. But Sideshow's coming out with some statues and stuff. Now, you've seen a lot of stuff. Did you see the Star Wars stuff that came out from Sideshow?
I saw the stuff you sent. That was it. I have not gone back. I haven't had time to go back and even listen to our last week's show that I was not on.
So during San Diego Comic-Con, they had this high-end collectibles thing. They talk about all the high-end collectibles that are coming out for each company, like EFX, Regal Robot, PCS Collectibles. PCS is actually doing a couple pieces that I actually can see if I can show those real quick. It's like a Death. It's a weird. It's cool, but it's not something that I'm not. You can't really see. The images aren't really great, but I'll share it real quick. it. I don't know if you can see it. It's very blurry, but like it's a bust, and the bust is like half Vader, half like Death Star, and it has the ships at the top, and then Anakin and Obi-Wan are actually fighting in.
Oh, it looks like a live action poster, but like 3D.
Yes,
Yeah.
very 3D. If you've seen the PCS stuff they did for they did a Hulk one and they did a Carnage one, they're really cool. Not my wheelhouse. It's a very artistic piece. It's a dope piece though. Like, but I know it's gonna cost at least people with PCS. It'll probably cost like $1,200.
I was gonna say, like, how much is that Hulk one? I haven't seen it, but
It's the World War Hulk one. So it's like, you know, it's like Gladiator Hulk.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll send you. We'll look at pictures later if I can find them. But I mean, it's
I
cool.
don't know. I like this though. I like this. You know why? Because this is one piece,
Mhm.
and it can go like by itself, and it represents a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think I've seen a Carnage one, right, where you have all the characters. Like, I didn't like that because, but I think it's because Carnage is like, you know, he's like, I don't know, like tendrils and everything all over the place. It seemed too much, but this looks kind of clean, right? With the Vader, I kind of like this. I mean,
I'm curious to see how it looks.
it's kind of really, yeah. I would be curious on the overall size, and like you said,
It's a life size bus, so it's gonna be like huge.
so it's gonna be like this size almost, but a little bigger because Vader's, you know, 6'6" man.
Yeah. It's gonna be like my life size bus that I have.
It's interesting. I kind of like it.
It's an artistic piece.
I know. I kind of really like it though.
Where the fuck can you put that at in your collection? Because if you're not gonna have any wall space for
well,
it.
that's the thing too, right? You're gonna have multiple angles on it. So,
Yeah,
like, you're gonna need to have like a pedestal built for it that's on like a motorized Lazy Susan that continues to spin.
yeah.
Like in the center of your room, right? Like instead of a coffee table, it's like in this centerpiece.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have that kind of look to it. Like there's just no. I love what they're doing. Don't get it fucked up. I love it, but it's I don't know. It's a crazy piece. I don't know where Star Wars collectors are actually with the 1/3 Darth Maul. Everybody's seen it. It looks amazing, but the motherfucker is so big. It's like you have to really make space, and Star Wars collectors already are fighting for space. Shit, collectors period are still fighting for space. So a 1/3 bust, I don't know. I can't do it. But you know,
Disney had actually a Maul bust, which I was actually surprised by.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if I took a picture of it. It's actually pretty decent. It's not life size. I'd say it's bigger than quarter scale. But it's got the full double-edged lightsaber. It's kind of long. I'd say like it feels like it's a couple feet long for sure because of how the saber comes out.
Okay.
I gotta see if I can find it. I can't.
Iron Studios is getting into the studio scale pieces as well. They're doing an ATST with Chewbacca and the Ewoks on the base. Very interesting.
That's cool.
It's really cool as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little like upset because I got the one that I got now, and I'm like, damn it, like how big is this gonna be? Like, is this gonna be full studio scale? Like, shit, do I gotta get rid of the one I got and put like having Chewbacca and the Ewoks on there is fucking kind of cool. Like, that's
I like the Ewoks
base.
is like jumping onto the back. He's got like the axe. He's gonna kill that stormtrooper. Look at him.
That's a stormtrooper. Yeah, he's like killing a fucking stormtrooper.
That's nice.
Like, that's so cool. So I'm like, damn, like they're really trying to hit it out of the park. And again, they have a couple more pieces coming, so we'll see what happens. Like, I'm very curious to see what they got going on in this line. So yeah, that is EFX. They're dropping some really cool stuff as well. Give me 1 second while I drop that into the feed, but I'm not really like big on it. But it's from Lucasfilms. It has, you know, it's cool. I'll show them pictures right now. Give me 2 seconds. Because I don't have it in a damn whatchamacallit, because I tried to do it, but it didn't work. So, oh well. So they're coming out with a cool cast. So the cast of Industrial Light and Magic, who worked on Empire Strikes Back, got this little gift for the movie. And so EFX is actually producing one that you can actually have, and with the exclusive one, it's actually signed by Joe Johnston.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. It's not big. It's like kind of small. It's like more of a small.
that fits right in with your stuff.
It would, Steve, but when I show you what I got, it's gonna be like, oh shit. But it's cool. It's cool to put on a wall and just kind of have it. And if it's signed by Joe Johnston, I don't know the price, but I heard it's gonna be like under $600-700, which is not bad for something like that. And it's from the Lucas Archives, so that may be a get. They're also doing a studio scale ATST that is actually from the Lucas Archives, and it actually in the Lucas Archives it's on wood. It's actually sitting on a piece of wood, and they have it laid up like that. So apparently there's going to be 2 versions, one on a black base with no wood base, and then one with this one that more sits with what's sitting in Lucas. You know, if you're a lineage collector, you might want to grab something like that for your collection. So pretty cool. EFX has had a real weird history of delivering shit in the last like couple years, and it's kind of like the community is a little on them, but I mean they're trying to go in the right direction, so we'll see what happens with that. They're also working on a studio scale interceptor, a TIE interceptor, which looks pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see when and how they deliver that. That's going to cost a lot of money. That's going to be like $1,500 easy, probably more. So they got a payment plan. We'll see. I need a TIE interceptor, so maybe we'll see what happens. And then last but not least, Regal Robot had their thing, and they're really knocking it out the park now because they did a whole goddamn thing of stuff. It's ridiculous. So they're coming out with,
is that a hand puppet? The little
wait a little, let me get there.
Okay.
They're coming out with
you can do some damage.
A whole Wampa screen size replica wall bust.
Like
So
a
that's
head
like
to
a
mount on your
mounted-
wall.
like a hunter's mounted head.
As you can see,
That's kind of cool. Yes.
Whoa, that's pretty nice.
fucking
To
sick.
have the
Wars
Star Wars
creatures'
creatures,
heads on the wall.
yes. Like a Star
It's gonna
Wars
happen
hunting
now.
room.
It's gonna be like the Craven the Hunter room with all the fucking heads of all the suit. They're gonna be superhero heads now. They're gonna start selling all that shit.
Yep.
Ah.
So yeah, that's coming out. I don't know when it's maybe fall, but it's fully like it's full of fur. It looks just like the fucking Wampa. It is really fucking cool, and it's signed by Howie Sweed. I guess he did. I guess he had on the suit during Empire that they kind of didn't end up using, but I mean, fucking, it looks cool, pretty badass. I'm not mad at it.
Is it going to be wrong to do an Ewok head?
But wait! It's not over, dog.
Okay, good. Keep going.
They're doing 2 different space slugs. One of a scaled prop that's in Lucasfilms, and they're doing a 1-to-1 scale prop space slug that's 3 feet long.
See, for a second, I thought it was a hand puppet thing, and I was like, ooh, like,
No,
that would go in the Deadpool movie.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
yeah, but
I
I mean,
used many different times.
I don't know who I mean, there's people out here who will buy this shit. So like, I know
the kind of person that's going to buy that.
Yeah, I ain't buying that shit.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I do like.
You'll see it in person somewhere, and you'd be like, "Ooh, I kind of like that." And
I do like the space slug, the scaled prop replica.
You gotta have that lit right though, because if you have that backlit, it's just a silhouette. Ruined your whole collection.
Yeah,
the scaled prop replica. Yep,
giant.
Don't sit on it.
Yeah. So I like this. I like this though. This is kind of cool. It's kind of the space. I kind of wish I had the Falcon kind of coming out of it, but I mean, it's for what it is. It's the prop replica of it. So based off the original scans, which is really cool.
Yeah.
This is cool as shit. This is a fucking 1-to-1 scale.
Oh yeah.
Fucking cool as shit, though. Like, yo, Regal Robot, man, they go
So
into.
you're gonna have to get that.
I don't have those kind of props.
You have blasters, yeah, you do.
You have weapons.
blasters,
You have all
lightsabers.
lightsabers and guns. And...
Those are
Yeah.
weapons. And I can't see myself getting this.
I could. You have the Gamorrean Guard statue.
I
You
do.
could go right next to that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't. I don't know.
Hang
It
on
looks
the wall,
cool.
right up of it.
It's cool. They're doing a Tauntaun skull wall decor. That's cool.
That's really
Kind of fucking cool though. I kind of wish I had the Mythosaur one. I kind of want that one now, but
See, Star Wars
Yeah.
Attic has the right move. See, just tell.
oh man,
tell his
listen.
wife it's for protection
First
of
of
the
all,
house.
yeah. First of all, Jeff got Star Wars Addict got a whole nice setup in his house. So I've seen his collection. It's ridiculous. He probably will get this too, but like I mean, we're trying to scale our stuff down, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to get Jeff on the show one day to talk about some of his stuff. But so it's they have some small stuff too as well, which I'm surprised I haven't really gotten any of this stuff yet, but I kind of want a couple of these pieces. So I definitely want the Rancor skull. It's kind of cool. They're small.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. They're doing another maquette from one of Jabba's creatures in his little place.
Oh yeah, the weird DuckTales looking one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm curious to see how that comes out. We'll see. I mean, it's part of that maquette line. I'm getting this. This is a definite for me.
Oh, but you don't want the axe, but you want that plus the statue plus
It's a
all the
small
other shit.
maquette. Well, I have the maquettes from Jabba's palace. So
You got to get two of those Gamorrean Guard axes and put them up.
Oh, they have.
Oh.
That'd be fucking awesome as shit. But I ain't doing that. That's crazy. That's nonsense. So this is cool. I'm definitely getting this. This is definitely a get. I did order the other one that just came out recently. It's coming in soon, so we'll see. We'll talk about that when I get it. And then this one is from Indiana Jones. I don't know what this is. Belloc's ceremonial staff. I guess was this during like
At the end of Raiders, that's the one that
Yeah, I was
Belloc
gonna
had.
say, yeah.
Okay. I got to go back on Raiders. I don't know, but I guess that's again, it's a prop replica, so it's pretty cool.
Speaking of Raiders, Disneyland has an amazing Indiana Jones ride. I rode it 3 times.
No,
It's awesome.
So yeah, that's pretty much all from San Diego Comic-Con for Star Wars stuff. There was Hasbro shit, but I don't I don't collect that kind of stuff. So I mean, there's no reason to really kind of talk about it. But I will be talking about what I did pick up real quick.
Well, I'm going to show you this real quick because before you talk about your pickups, this is from Galaxy's Edge. This is what I was talking about. This is a Darth Maul bust that they had. This is it's around $200. It's pretty good. It's 15 inches tall and 30 inches wide with the double-edged lightsaber.
Really, it looks small, but it's
not.
big.
It's pretty big. It's a little over 15 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean,
Yeah.
you can tell us what that looks like.
Yeah.
30 inches wide.
I heard you. I ain't
So. I mean, we did watch a movie called Fanboys, and there was a lot of those jokes in there. So,
there were.
but yeah, so I mean, it's part of the episode 1 kind of 25th anniversary stuff. So
That's cool.
yeah, so just thought I'd share that. So that's it.
So I've never gotten one of these before. This is my first one, and I decided to pick it up. It was like, I think it was like $30-$40. This was the Jazzwares Ghost. Very detailed, very, very really cool. It actually lights and sounds and does all kind of cool stuff. And actually, when you're playing with it, it actually makes whoosh and whoosh sounds. So, but what I'm gonna do with it though is I'm gonna put it on a base and I'm gonna kind of like prop it up so it can be like kind of like more of a studio, little replica. But I also have the fucking Ghost from HasLab coming in, so Yeah.
What's Jazzwares? I've never heard of that company.
Jazzwares, they've been doing all the micro collection stuff. Have you seen a lot of that stuff? Like it's like in stores and shit. It's really cool stuff.
Huh.
It does come with, if I can get the thing open, the whole base open. Well, unfortunately, I can't get it open right now. So, oh well. But the inside is all detailed. It actually has all the characters in here too, and you can put them all in the front seat, so they're all in there. It's a pretty cool piece. And then I got to get the little small ship on the back when I get a chance. And but it's a really cool piece, like detailed and weathered, really nice. And yeah, for collector, definitely cool. And then my biggest piece this week, good lord, I got this Force Lab snow speeder with the base. I gotta make sure I'm in my seat.
I'm gonna put you in solo for this one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Studio scale snow speeder. I'm gonna take it off the base, but the base is crazy. Hold up. I did get I actually got number 3. Number 3 out of 60. And this is the
There's only 60 of those.
Yeah. Base is nice base. Very, 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 very well done. He did a hell of a job with this thing. Really, for the price, it was not expensive at all. So, which is really cool. And then here is, it's all polystone. It doesn't light up or anything, but inside of it, if you can see inside, it has both the pilots, Dak and Luke. The weathering on it is really great. It's a heavy piece, very heavy, and a very cool piece, which I really love it. Like the detail on it is really cool, and this is my first studio scale snow speeder, so I'm very happy to have this a part of my collection, and it goes really well with all my studio scale ships. So really, really cool piece, and yeah, awesome. So great detail. I'm glad it actually doesn't have like a window, is windowless, because when they were doing filming of the studio scale stuff, they didn't put windows on anything anyway because of the glare.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, really cool statue to have part of my collection, and goes with all my other cool statues and my vehicles. So I'm getting down to the end of my vehicles, man. I need like 1-2 more pieces, and I think I'm good.
It's time to change to something else.
I was gonna say, you keep saying that, but then you keep buying more stuff. So
I don't keep buying more. This was already
Sean, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong.
This pre-order like a year ago.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve.
10 years.
You're not wrong.
No.
Thank you, Steve.
You're not wrong.
I got some more stuff we'll talk about on the show this week too. That I should not have bought, but I did anyway. But I really, really, really wanted it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all real quick before we start Fanboys, because I gotta talk about it. It's a real not
Is it a Star Wars piece?
It's
he's just giddy. Ed, when you add stuff to slides, how do you use them? I know it's like behind the curtain.
I'm thrown off by this. I'm like, wait, what are we?
Well, I added those pictures of the Starfield game, but I don't know how to access them. So.
I just usually go to my photos.
You guys,
and just pull them that way.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. I'll just do it.
You know how much I love this cartoon, and I've been talking about this cartoon for decades. Battleship Yamamoto. And when I tell you the motherfucker plays it plays the original music.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shit! See, you know, man. That's what it is, man. But yo, this is how badass this thing is. Like I can control this whole ship from this controller. I gotta turn it on, but I'm not gonna turn it on right now. But when you turn it on, everything moves. And it plays sounds, and it's all in Japanese. But man, this was one of those ships that I could never find anywhere, and I found it on Mercari for fucking cheap as shit. I was like, I couldn't pass it up, and I love the scale of it, and I'm very happy to have it. Again, it's not Star Wars, but to me, this thing is like is dope. It's dope as shit.
Well,
That's cool.
as we said, it's just Stargeekz, and this is Star Blazers. So,
man, dude, it's Star. Like I love Star Blazers cartoon back in the '80s. It's a
hell
70s cartoon, but like it to me that's 80s. Like because that was all Star Blazer. So that thing was.
Oh yeah,
I had to get that. That was one of my ships that I've always wanted. So I got
wave
that's
motion
awesome.
gun.
Yep. So and I'll show you after the show. I'll show you what it does.
So good.
But
Love that show.
that is it.
So before we get into Fanboys, I did add some. I got some pictures, some screen grabs from what's it called? From the. I'm fucking drawing a blank. From
Starfield?
Starfield. Yes, there it is.
Game I've never played yet. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, this one. So just really quick, I just wanted to bring out some of the cool pictures that I've taken in the game just to show you kind of what it looks like. So just here, just in a random, I mean, Ed, you know how the bases and stuff work. This is in the Dymo system. I got some stormtroopers protecting it. I mean, it looks like it's an actual Star Wars game. This is Din Djarin going through one of the portals there, getting some of that Starfield power. Oh, I ran into Ahsoka.
Oh, is it just an NPC?
Yeah, just an NPC. There's tons of. I added the alien pack, and there's tons of Star Wars aliens running around the game now. That's just a random Mandalorian I ran in that was selling a droid. And this is cool too. I was in combat, and I was noticing this guy here. He's wearing a Mandalorian helmet, but he's in spacer gear. So like the universe is kind of like cobbled together its own, like mix and match different pieces of armor, how people are using it in the world, and it's just pretty cool. But I just like the lighting. It looks like an actual Mandalorian game.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like that, I just went to some random Imperial guy's office. Thought that was cool. The double-bladed blue lightsaber with my partner Bo-Katan. I mean, we're not getting this from LucasArts. Oh, that's my character too. He's like a good guy, Darth Maul. It's pretty sweet.
The Night King.
R2 just hanging out.
I've been seeing the reviews for Outlaws. And they're not super great, but
anyway,
it looks good though.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. I thought that was
pretty
cool.
Are you having fun with it though? Like, are you overall having fun with it?
He must be. He's on it all the damn time.
No, it's crazy though. The other day, I went in and I had my Xbox on out here, and I wasn't playing Starfield. I was playing Madden. And then I went in and turned on the Xbox in the living room and signed into my wife's account to get Hulu going. And it said that I was online playing Starfield. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm not.
Your Xbox just got lazy.
Yeah.
It's like he's playing Starfield again.
But it's it looks incredible. It looks, Ed, I know eventually after you're done with Sandrock that you'll get into it, but man, the mod packs are just, it's there. And there is, Sean, I know I was talking to you about it and you were asking if like they changed the names of anything or the dialogue or any of the missions and all that. No, but they are. There's a mod that's coming soon. It's like a complete overhaul of the game. Like once you install it, it just rewrites all the dialogue, all the names of everything, all the interiors and exteriors, everything's Star Wars now. It's just with the Starfield mechanic. So
I want to hear them all speaking Huttese.
It's fucking awesome. I turned the Varun, in the Varun, they're like these weird space, what are they, like religious occultists? In the game I'm have going, I turn them into like inquisitors and shit. So they're like, when you board their ships, they're coming at you with double-bladed red lightsabers and just trying to fuck shit up. It's pretty cool. Nice. It changes the game. And until Outlaws comes out, when we have an actual Star Wars game, there's not much else to game in Star Wars.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk with Outlaws. I didn't put any of it in the news. I mean, they're like Sean said, some of it's good, some of it's questionable, but at this point, we're so close. Unless it's groundbreaking information, I don't want to get myself overhyped because I'm just setting myself up for disappointment.
It's the end of the month, right?
I'm not. I'm ready to go. I'm hoping.
I'm ready to. Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah.
So
something that should excite you all about Outlaws is they use the Ghost of Tsushima model for the open world aspect of the game. So if you're a fan of Ghost of Tsushima, which I know I was, I know Alil was, I know Sean was, Ed.
I don't know if I played that.
Oh my god!
Oh god damn it!
Oh my god!
Writing it down.
PlayStation 5 though.
Ghost of Tsushima. Now, what is PlayStation 4?
A PlayStation 4, yeah.
You can play it on Play. You can download it digitally and play it on 5.
Yeah.
There's a port for 5. It's. Do you have a PlayStation, Ed? The PS4.
I do not.
Okay. You have a PS4.
Maybe somewhere.
Emulate it. You can emulate.
All right.
That's
So-
a tough one to emulate.
All right, so we're here to talk about Fanboys. One of the most, which is so weird to me, how this has never been really like redone in a different kind of way. So Star Warsy, like I'm surprised it just hasn't. But it's such
Cult
a
classic.
to me it's a cult classic. It is a very good movie. I'm automatically just gonna come off of it and I'm gonna give it a hero because I really did enjoy it. I still do enjoy it. It's one of those movies I can just watch over and over again because it's really just good and it's just a good adventure.
It goes fast. It's fun.
Yeah, and everything. If you're a nerd, you know everything they're talking about. So
Yeah.
you know,
I never watched this before today.
Okay, so let's get everybody else's review before I want to get yours last. So, Steve, I'm gonna let you go. What'd you think of Fanboys?
Well, I enjoyed this movie. It's a hero. This is the like the second time I saw it. It hard to review comedies sometimes because if comedy doesn't work for you, then you don't like it. But
Right.
It does work for you, So comedy is very subjective. But this movie was right up this show's alley. So I think it hits all the right marks. I think some stuff is like a little dated. Like, man, if they only had cell phones. I mean, I get it. It's a period piece, right? There's taking place.
Yeah.
So but you see how you're just like, man, I miss those days. I remember when this movie was coming out. I tried to get my mom to let me not go to school when this was coming out, and she was like, "You're going to fucking school." So I didn't get to see this opening day.
Wait, when did this come out? I thought this was more recent.
I'm not talking about this movie. I'm talking about episode 1.
Oh, episode 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was confused this person.
that's what I meant. Sorry, when episode 1 came out. So, but this just I don't know. It just brought me back to a lot of nostalgic bits in Seth Rogen doing the Lord's work. Multiple characters. Cameo City. I liked it. Hero for me. Ed.
Oh yeah. I remember when this came out. I actually think I heard about it before and was excited to watch it. I mean, I feel like I'm one of them because this was me. I was probably around the same age when Phantom Menace came out. I mean, I went to surprise, I went to the movie when it came out opening day in costume. So yeah, lots of cameos, very fun. Of course, this was early in Kristen Bell's career and had and probably still have that pseudo crush because she's just so cute and so geeky, which is awesome. But no, love this movie.
All right. Alil, since it's your first time actually seeing this movie, I'm gonna do the synopsis after, but I wanted to hear what you have to say. So,
well, it's weird because I remember seeing like the title and stuff, and for a second I thought it was kind of more of a mockumentary film. So that's why I was like,
I thought you seen this movie. I swear I thought we had a conversation about this.
no.
Wow.
And I thought, like I said, I thought it was like a mockumentary film. So I'm like, I'm not interested. And yeah, it was fun. I did not realize how many people showed up in this movie that are like still working, and some are decent actors in comedy and stuff like that. All of a sudden, they just showed up as like extras. I was like, what the hell is going on here? No, it was good. It was actually shockingly heartfelt. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I give it a hero.
Nice. All right. So if you haven't seen Fanboys, we are about to spoil it. But again, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it except for Lil, clearly, because he thought it was a mockumentary. We are going to spoil it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I will play the spoiler tag, but does it really matter? But it will. So Fanboys came out in 2009, directed by Kyle Newman.
Huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
He knows his shit.
Yeah. Stars Dan Fogler, Seth Rogen, Christian Bell, Jay Baruchel or Barshel. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Produced by Kevin Spacey and the Weinsteins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Then there are scenes that make sense.
Yeah. Sam Huntington, Chris Marquette, Carrie Fisher, Jamie King, Billy D. Williams, William Shatner, Kevin Smith, Ray Park. I mean, yeah, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Shit.
Playing a Native American.
Yeah. Will Forte, Craig Robinson is in this.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, all of a sudden, like, Will Forte and Craig Robinson, like, take off masks, and then they're there for, like, 30 seconds. I'm like, what is happening? Like, how do they get all these people in this
They're
movie?
all friends.
Yeah, they all
I know, but it was just
You've
still...
seen This Is the End.
I did see This Is the End.
Shit.
Man, I love This Is the End.
So
this movie got hosed financially. I think it must be all those cameos. It cost them about $3.9 million, and they made less than $1 million.
Yeah, they made nothing in this movie.
So,
well, I don't think they marketed it well because I thought it was a mockumentary. So that's why I was like, nah, I'm not wasting.
I don't even remember this being in theaters. Like, I think it was just right straight to fucking HBO or something like that. I can't even remember. I remember when watching this in 2009. I remember watching this and I was like, man, this is fucking awesome. Like, I would love to do this with friends I don't have who don't love stuff, who are not into Star Wars.
You have us now, Sean.
Yeah, in 2009, I had no Star Wars friends.
Yeah, the Star Wars friends now, but we all live in different states, and the economy sucks.
And we're old and tired.
So I think part of the other reason that the story is fun is you've got Ernest Cline, so Ready Player One.
You keep freezing it. Keep freezing it.
Yep.
Good. What are you saying?
I said I think part of the reason it was fun is that you have Ernest Cline of Ready Player One, and then Adam Goldberg, who wrote The Goldbergs, writing this film. So
yeah. But then it was like, produced by the Weinsteins, so it kind of tarnishes everything.
So if we're doing this, if we're the Fanboys, who is which character?
Huh.
If the answer now, we can think about it as we go through.
It's tough because I think there's mashups of characters that we take parts of, right? Like you would assume just because of the actions, like I can't remember his name, the actor's name, but the guy with the Rush shirt on, like
Dan Fogler.
Maybe me, right? But then I'm like,
Hutch?
He's not all me. Hutch, yeah, he's not all me. Then I feel like the character who works for his dad at the car lot, I have pieces of that. You know what I mean? So like, there's like a bunch of different pieces that are like a mashup. I don't think any of us are Jay. Like his character is way too off. Like,
it's not my bag.
The fact that he wasn't hitting on Kristen Bell like this entire movie until the very end.
He had an online relationship with a 10-year-old. He's a pedophile.
Yeah. None of us represent that character.
Those whole YouTube channels based around catching people doing exactly what the fuck he did.
Yeah, catch a predator.
I was gonna say YouTube channels. There was a news program.
2009. So things like there were certain things where I was like, yeah, this joke feels
bad. Very bad.
Feels a little off. Like I appreciate it. I still like it. I know where it wasn't coming from a malicious place, but like, oof, some of that stuff. Like they're like, "Oh, you lured this child here on the internet," and they're like, "Isn't that funny?" Like, no, it's not funny.
All the while in a creepy ass Star Wars van. Nah, I'm cool. I'm none of these. I'm none of these characters, Ed. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I don't know, man. You got an artist right there, right? You got the artist guy, so you got a little.
Yeah,
bit
that's
of that,
about as far as it goes.
So I mean, there's pieces. I said bits and pieces.
Yeah, he's an artist, but he's not going to put his bare ass at the back end of a car and ruin people while we're driving. See, Ed's got that part of that character.
I'm all over that.
All right.
And all the work I've done with around asbestos, I'm definitely going to be the character with the cancer.
You're going to be dead at the end of the movie.
Jeez. Shit. Wait, I'm going. Both Steve. We both gonna be dead at the end of this review. Oh shit!
Terrible.
All right, hey, go ahead. Take it away.
So we get a very Star Wars opening crawl, but right out of the gate, you know something's different because obviously, and we can talk about it throughout this movie, they didn't really take anything that was copyrighted other than some sound clips. So the music, they're trying to make sound Star Wars, but it's nothing close.
Yeah, I know. It's throwing me off.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
But this, I'm laughing about the opening scene because you're talking about the dark times before Phantom Menace. So nobody is a Star Wars fan at this point in time. No. And yet I'm looking at this thinking, I'm like, yeah, this is me. Because if I had Star Wars Stormtrooper armor, I would have worn it to Halloween parties, regardless of what people think.
So, yeah, I wouldn't have. Like that. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I identify with the other main character, right?
I also would not.
Like, no, I would have ignored all this. Like I would have been like at the party. And I came from work, and like I'm hanging out, but no.
These guys are, I would say, around 20, 21.
They said 24. I think 20. They said 24.
24. I was not doing this at 24.
None of this shit. I had a kid at this time, so no. I wasn't doing none of this shit. I can tell you that shit right now. I couldn't even afford this shit.
I wore it was 24, 2003. So I did have.
I do it now, but
the Spider-Man movie T-shirt, I had from Tobey Maguire, and I wore that.
Oh, you wore a T-shirt.
But that was it,
Mm-hmm.
That was early on. Those didn't exist in adult sizes. Like Jenny ordered it for me. You know what I mean? Like it's like
people made fun of me. They were like, "Hey, you nerd."
Yeah, see, I only wore it when we went to like Disney World or something. Like I didn't wear it like out.
And then the movie came out, and everyone was a Spider-Man nerd.
That's how it works. Yeah. Well, maybe
none of this would have been me.
Maybe at one point, if we're looking for content for a show, we can talk about Celebration 1, and I'll invite my friend Tom, and he can tell some very embarrassing stories about how this was me in my 20s.
And I'm gonna tell you real quick. Hold up, Rachel just commented.
Wait a second. I thought I was Hutch. I'm the one that just dry humps my friends.
Real quick, there would have been no party I would have went to that even had this kind of shit. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. Not even close.
And here is the
Wilmington.
best character in the movie. The van.
The van has to be
like the van.
When we talk about nerd vehicles, the van has to be on the list. This van, specifically, because it's fantastic when they all pile into there to go.
You aggressively correct people. See, I think we need to have an intervention now. Rachel, please jump on the show.
It's not about nerd stuff. It's mostly about work stuff. I do aggressively correct people at work.
Aggressively correct people. Jeez.
A lot of like blank stares and looks like.
Yeah, that's Steve.
The van's amazing. I love all the stuff about the van. I love the airbrush. I love
those bald tires. Hey, Steve, those tires was bald as shit. Look, you can see it.
That's why it's part of me, right? That's why I said it's part of me, right? Because my tires, I drive them until they're completely smooth.
And the chef's kiss is the R2 dome on the back.
Oh yeah,
I know my shit. I do know my shit. It was when they were doing the Ethan Suplee nerd test. I was getting all the answers, and I was like, "Damn it!" She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I know all this shit."
Oh man,
I guess we're gonna have to have another trivia night.
Yeah. again.
That's the other thing. Like,
Look at that! Look at that
here
Empire Strikes Back poster in the background. Look at that.
This whole room is awesome.
Do you see that Empire
right in the back
poster
middle.
with the fucking Boba Fett helmet?
I don't like his setup, but it's nice.
And they're all hanging around playing Mario Kart.
On
Yeah.
the N64.
I thought you would have loved that part.
I did love that part.
This is like the best time of all times, right here.
Oh yeah.
Hanging out in the carriage house.
It does look fun though. It's like
Yeah, but I don't see any Pizza Hut all over the place. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's what you'd be doing at this point.
Pizza Hut and Dr. Pepper.
this got some
What
cool
do you think? Yeah, I mean, look at Jay Baruchel's sneaker game though, Sean.
He does. Yeah, he got them dunks on before people
Before
were
everybody had them. Exactly before everyone was wearing them.
Yeah, not before me, but
So
the mainstream, Sean, before the mainstream.
So 4 friends who had a lot in common, and then one kind of grew apart from them and ends up working for Shooter McGavin.
Oh man,
They don't look alike.
at all.
Well, that's because he doesn't join him on Tanning Tuesdays.
He's got a
Good
Trump
Lord.
tan.
Yeah, he does.
Got that
So,
Trump tan. Looking orangey orange.
So obviously trying to reunite them. It's just cracked me up, especially when she says, "You've been trying this since the 8th grade every day."
yeah, but again, HR, like you can't even joke like this at work anymore,
Yeah.
even with other dudes.
Yeah, you can't do none of this no more, dog. Like you
gotta be real careful. You fuck around and joke like this with other dudes on a job site, and they're like not your trade, like not your company. You might get reported. They'll be like, "Oh, it's wild out there."
She
And
might
this
call
was
the cops- at this point. She might call the cops on you now at this point because it is harassment. It is harassment.
It is. It's still like funny, but I know why it's not funny. But it's still funny. It's like one of those like, am I a bad person because I think it's funny? Still, I don't know. Probably.
that is great because then she turns around to what the heck did they nickname the kid on the laptop?
Windows.
Windows, and she just lifts her shirt up and he has no clue. So, and then we realize the disdain they have for anyone who likes Star Trek, as he refers to Simon and Garfunkel coming in.
Yo, is that whatchamacallit? Oh my god, what's his name?
Big
Damn it. No, he
Which
was
one?
in Tusk. What the hell
The
is that?
one
That's
with the
not
hair?
Is that
No,
Justin
that's
Long?
not Justin Long.
That's Justin Long, dog.
That is not Justin Long.
That is
With
Justin
the-
Long.
with the hair?
No,
The
he's
tall
talking
one?
about. He's talking
No, the
about
short, heavy
short.
set guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
chubby guy.
That is not Justin Long, Sean.
that has to be, dog. It looks just like him.
no, that's
I mean, it would be the right time, but that
Justin
would be
Long weighs like
that would be-
110 pounds.
that would be a
Like,
fat
No.
suit, and that would be the best makeup.
That's where their entire budget went to, if that was the case. Like
that
making
is
that suit.
Stephen Pena.
Oh, okay. Man, that dude look like Justin Long.
That's fucked up. Somewhere Stephen Pena now knows that you called him Justin Long in a fat suit. That's fucking
Hey.
cold blooded.
I didn't say he was in a costume. I just said it looked like Justin Long. But go ahead. All right, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, no, this is where you realize that how much disdain they have for anyone who likes Star Trek. That they have a phaser in the cabinet just to flesh them out.
That's pretty fun.
And then we get the best Trek-er, as he would prefer, not Trek-E.
Well,
Seth Rogen.
So this is when they're on the road trip, which is spurred on. They're going to go. The basic plot is they're going to go break into George Lucas's ranch,
Right.
so their friend can see the movie episode 1 because he's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
So they start this road trip, which is like the greatest thing ever. I love when they all piled into the van and like they're going through the rules. There's like, don't jerk off in my van. That one guy's like, oh, sorry. What the fuck? But then they make a pit stop here to have an all-out crazy brawl with this Star Trek convention, and it's good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Go.
In their adventures, they blow a tire and they need help from the chief as they go into the
This is also
the biker bar.
another very questionable scene.
Yeah.
Where, like they also like make references to like everything that's gay is like very negative in this. They're just like no, but they get into this biker bar and they get charged $100 for water, and they're Hutch is trying to give the bartender shit, and then they find out it's like a gay biker bar, and they make them do a strip to pay for their drinks.
It was funny. He's like, never back baby into a corner.
He's like, you got a problem with Menudo? Take it off. It's like, oh my God.
God,
Drops
Menudo.
trow, and then they all freeze because he's got one nut.
Yeah.
It's it happened.
Remember Saturday mornings, Menudo? So weird. All right, keep going.
You need a drug induced scene, and this is what they get with the chief, where they all get high on peyote and
Yeah.
Yep.
And then another questionable moment, but didn't happen. So I guess
Great sign.
But that was kind of a good with the chief. That was kind of like a good start of like the heart of the movie. Like it was like a funny scene that like had like a message. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, when he hands him the bag of peyote and he's just like, trust me, I think you need this more than me. Like, oh man, damn, the chief knows.
Chief knows. Well, and he told him like when he was having his little vision, he's just like, death is like a journey into the stars, into the force. It was just kind of cool. He was like giving him peace.
So, yeah.
And here you go is one of your other questionable moments.
Yes. Let's skip past this.
Let's see, like,
Well, I do like
Go ahead.
I said that,
three
that
guys
bottom,
on the glass.
that would have been me. Like, I mean,
Three
that's
guys
not-
on the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Is hilarious. I definitely would do that.
I'd have been right there with
exactly.
you.
I would be. I mean, I do that here now on these shows with you guys.
Yeah, Sean, you do that shit on the internet, so you would definitely do it on the storefront.
Wait, what? Not even.
I know. It's so embarrassed of just me doing it.
Ethan Suplee, mid weight loss journey. Pretty rare. He didn't take a lot of roles during that time.
Yeah.
And of course, he's playing a character that now
That is
would be
very
questionable.
angry that his niece was being preyed upon. But let's go when he finds out there might be some financial gain for him in this whole situation. Like,
Yep. Very.
Nope.
Very odd.
well,
Very
and then that it might be apropos for the character he's playing. So Harry Knowles, who is a true character from, was it Ain't It Cool News
oh, and
back in the day?
did he get in trouble?
Yeah, he got in some trouble.
Oh shit!
So this is another moment in time where this might be a little questionable having him as a character on here.
It just seems like the whole crew, right? Like all the people like in charge of making it. Like when they started rolling the producer credits, I was like, God damn! It's like everybody's got a record.
Yep.
Everybody's on the list. It's wild.
So yeah, I think for all of those reasons, this might not age as well as it should.
I don't think it
They-
has.
They get
At
to
a certain
use
point, you got to separate the art from the artist. At a certain point, like I like this movie for what it is, not for who made it.
Oh yeah. They have to run from the police and get to use the light speed button.
The nitrous oxide. If only it was like snowing, then it would really would have looked like Lightspeed.
That would
Well,
have been a good call. But yeah.
And it's good that this is some of the spots where they have like some of the R2D2 sound effects.
Oh yeah,
Which-
when it's like
which is
screaming
so
down the road. That
yes.
was hilarious. I love the cartoon Darth Vader silhouette effect with the breath.
Yeah.
Like it's good stuff.
As they crash through the police sign, so now it just says "Join the Force,"
Yeah, that was cool.
and they go to prison.
That interior shot there, like it looks a lot. They're like, it's a budgeted Millennium Falcon cockpit, but it is in there.
Oh, no,
Space-
it worked.
It's like Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like Spaceballs.
So they run to they evade the police on a high speed chase, crash through a billboard, and she just comes down and bails him out.
Well, and again, according to her, she catches a cab, a flight, and a 3-hour bus ride.
Like,
All,
damn.
I'm like, she
All that-
really
they
does
were-
like them.
They were like, they'd been driving for like a day. I'm like, how the fuck? Why did you have to take all that shit to get to where they were at?
Well, it was the 90s. It could be a little bit longer. I don't know.
I don't think they know like how California works.
I was going to say, they start off in Ohio, and they were supposed to meet his girl in Texas. So it's,
I guess they were in Texas. I mean, maybe there could have been a lot more time. Maybe it just like, went
Yeah.
the passage of time.
Still, see, it does seem long though. It's a long adventure just to get to somebody in a police station. You could just wire that money to them. Like if that was,
I don't know. It was the 90s. You had to actually like go to convenience stores and like Western Union and
go to
like,
Western Union.
show ID and shit. And then they took a cut. Like those are the Wild West days. Okay.
Yeah, but she probably spent more money getting them out of jail.
Now I could just cash app you or Zelle you or something.
Yeah.
True.
All right.
Western Union.
And
Hold on,
this is,
I
of
gotta
course,
go to
when-
the convenience store and wait for a phone call. I need my Western Union. What the fuck? Wild.
We get the mayor, or not the mayor, the judge, Judge Reinhold. Billy D.
I honestly felt like he was wasted a little bit. He didn't really do much. He was there. And it was cool.
Well, that's all
that he
of
was
them.
there.
Well, I mean, it's not like you could pay him, right? Like,
Like,
they
give him
afforded
a
him for
joke.
20 minutes.
Give him a
Yeah.
fucking joke. Let him say a line from the movie. And yes, Ed, you're right. It's my problem with most of the cameos. Like, give him something to do. Like he's in here. I'm like, oh yeah, Billy D. And then like he's smooth. He's still smooth as shit. But like, there's no joke.
So
They gave Carrie
I
Fisher a
think,
joke.
yeah. Well, this is where if they'd have done it right, you have them all come into the room with the judge, and then the last one to come in is Kristen Bell, and you get the
Hello, what have we here?
so.
That would have been awesome. There you go, Ed. You made a better movie.
That would have been cool. Actually, would have been cool.
So
It's wasted.
Wasted.
They
That's
get-
perfect. Like, goddamn it. You made me not like this movie now because they didn't do that.
So the judge lets them go, and they have to finish to get to Vegas because they have an inside track on somebody who can provide them with what they need to get into Lucas Ranch. And they decide they're going to go down and hit the casino, and
They're
Hutch
wasting.
and Windows get sidetracked.
They're wasting so much gas. Like Ohio to Texas to Vegas to Marin. Like, God
And then
damn, bro, you're bound.
California gas. It's a wrap.
Like,
Well,
Vegas
The
isn't
gas
close.
in 97,
Was like
was
$1.15.
like not even. I was filling up for 97 cents. So, like,
You weren't
they're good.
filling. Your tank wasn't.
I mean,
full.
tank was 97 cents. It was a gallon. Gallon was 97 cents. Sorry. I wasn't filling up. You know what I mean?
Well, you have to
Less than a buck.
understand it's well worth the extra road trip because remember they were going from Ohio to Texas because Windows needed to see his woman. That is well worth the side trip until you realize she's 10.
Well, and they also needed to get information, right? Because she had like the plans and the layout.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, so.
Well,
And then this, they pick up some hookers.
that was secondary. He just needed to see what the leader.
I liked when the mind trick was finally working
Yeah.
for Hutch.
on Jamie King.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I liked William Shatner here. I liked
did
his
too.
fucking attitude. I liked how he was just like he would go out of his way to stick it to George Lucas. Like, he's like, yeah, send your fucking nerds that want to break into his house to my convention. I'm gonna give them all their fucking plans. Like, what? Like, why? He's like, how did you get a hold of these? Like, I'm William Shatner. I can get a hold of anything. God
Best
damn.
part. Yeah. And they start quizzing him on all the stuff he can get, and he's just like, "Dude,
Anything.
William Shatner."
Anything.
I like that they threw his book in there.
Yeah, they did.
Trekking with TJ.
What Was that a real book?
No,
I don't care. It's fucking hilarious.
there's no way that was a real book. But now I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I was about to look at that too.
William Shatner's a national treasure, man. That shit was
Oh.
fucking awesome.
Trekking with TJ.
Look, and they're not allowed to use the Star Trek logo either, so he's just got this weird diamond on his chest.
Trekking with TJ Hooker. TJ.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could tell from their uniforms. They weren't going to go near anything.
But
Might
you
get them
get
in
it.
trouble.
It's
Oh, of
you know
course.
what? It's just like it's Star Trek. That's what it is. They got the colors right.
They did,
They changed up their suits enough that it's like that could very easily be.
and it still works. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nobody would question it.
And then I love that Seth Rogen gets to fight himself because he also plays the pimp with some really
Oh,
bad
so-
Star Wars.
Yep.
tattoos.
fucking
With all the Star Wars tats.
When he has, I love when he pulls up his shirt. He's got the giant back piece of Jar Jar Binks and fucking young Anakin. He's like, he's gonna be the shit. Mark my words.
oh my god.
Everyone's
many
gonna
people-
love him.
How many people do you think got a fucking Jar Jar Binks tattoo and thought it again?
Tons. I remember going to the stores. I remember working at Walmart and everybody was getting all the fucking figures and going fucking nuts for everything. And they're like, Jar Jar is gonna be awesome. And then everybody hated it.
No, but like Jar Jar Binks tattoos.
I bet you there were.
Oh, I'm sure.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, but you know what they could do now though? You could just turn him into an evil Jar Jar Binks. It would be awesome.
Sith.
Yes.
Nah,
Off.
yeah. I certainly wouldn't get like it's like James Gunn releases all the pictures from the new Batman movie. I'm like, I'm gonna go get that Robin tattoo immediately. Like,
Well, we know in this day and age you don't do that. Back then, see, this is
true.
things that I like about the
True.
end of this movie is you see all the Star Wars fans and everybody's excited and everybody's happy. This was before everybody became bitter and jaded.
True.
So, but of course it was Phantom
It's a different
Menace that
world.
might have started that. So, Carrie Fisher making her cameo,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
I like the line after he kisses her.
I love you, I know.
Yep.
Oh.
It's perfect. So,
Oh.
yep.
It was
Linus
nice
is
here. It's sweet.
Linus is sick and he's fading fast, and she's like, "You need to take him home." And the boys are, "No way, we're not done yet." So they bust him out. Here we get a little. Here's another one who's in the middle of slimming down.
No, this was
This is way
No,
before.
way
Way
He didn't-
before.
He didn't
All right.
slim down until he had his heart attack.
yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
he was big.
when wa-
He did slim down, but he didn't get skinny till he had his heart attack.
Yep.
But this
When
is
was
probably when he was a little slimmer. He was probably bigger than this at some point. His heart attack, well, probably 2014,
It wasn't too
Alright.
much.
No, I think it was later than that. I think it was
17, 18, something like.
this is just right
Yeah.
before COVID.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
you're-
No, I don't think so. He got skinny.
Jay and not so silent Bob in this one.
Love seeing them. I'm a big Kevin Smith
Oh.
fan, so
Oh yeah.
I listen to all his shit.
It's-
He does like to
And-
talk about himself a lot, and he does
Yeah.
say the same stories over and over and over again. But
2018
Okay.
Comic Con. 6
Oh,
years
really?
ago.
Well,
All
they
right.
make it to Lucas, and they make it to Skywalker Ranch.
This was one of the plot holes that so they got all this information, including badges to get in. So why do you break in at night? I don't know.
Well, because you still don't want to be seen.
No,
Right?
but
Like,
but I would think you get the badges, you can get in, and I'm thinking you would do the whole thing like the department store where you go in and you hide and wait for the store to close.
but it's not a department. I mean, like people don't just walk in. I mean, Skywalker
They're-
Ranch is like a home and a workplace, right? Like it's not.
break in to get the movie too. That's not going to be accessible. Like, and the thought, like it's a movie. It's not
Oh, yeah.
filmed at Skywalker Ranch, right? So like,
Oh no.
it's a big gamble that there's a cut of it even there.
And he had to use his.
Why would it
I guess
even be there?
he had to use his grappling gun. So, I mean, he packed it.
It's true. So they get in, they look at like all the wall of goodies. I'm sure you got a slide of that. Like all the they had just, it was like a wall of armor and freaking like a life size. There you go. There's your $1,000 life size Darth Vader. Had in that little vault.
I mean, it's the same as being in Sean's room.
Basically. I actually looked at shit in the background. Like I was looking at, there was like little things in the background that I noticed in this whole movie. I was like, oh shit, like that's there. I got that, I think. I didn't know what it was. There was a couple pieces that I was like, oh, I think I had that. It's really cool.
Ray Park makes his appearance, and he gets his little one line in there that you're about to get mauled.
That's good stuff.
I love the security guard helmets because that was from
THX.
THX. I thought that was cool. I like that.
Yes. Another pull off of a Lucas property. Yeah. And of course, you can't run away from the bad guys and try to escape without finding your way into the trash compactor.
That's so cool.
They start freaking out.
Yeah. She's like, dumbasses, it's the air filter.
But again,
oh yeah,
that's a lot of trash. Why do you need that? Why is it like? I mean, I get it. It's funny.
Why do you have a full room trash compactor?
Trash.
Like George Lucas is building Skywalker Ranch, and he's like, you know what we need? We're missing a giant vault filled with trash. Make sure we got an exit door.
That would be kind of cool.
They finally make their way to George Lucas's office, and they find on his unlocked laptop.
It's awesome.
Look. See, I got that. I have that. Whatchamacallit, that Jedi trainer remote. So I was like, I got shit.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Jawa, the pilot back there, and that poster behind Hutch is awesome.
Fucking awesome. Like I've never seen.
Yeah.
Ed, you seen that poster before?
No,
I've never seen that poster before. That is a really cool poster. Like I've never seen that. Now I got to find out where it came from.
I like how they play the bluff game. They're all threatening to break a piece of memorabilia. Yet none of them are going to do it.
No,
I'm gonna burn this little Ewok's head.
She might have done it.
I like how everybody picks something up and everyone else that already has something is like, no. Craig Robinson is just like, everybody's fucking put the shit down. Danny McBride.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, so there's a good look at your THX troopers, which they are cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
this
that
was
definitely
this was the film at Skywalker Ranch, though, right? This was not. No.
Oh no!
You never know.
This isn't what it looks like.
And this felt so padded for the movie. Like it was just like we already did trivia of the geeks, and now they're doing it again. I was just like,
but there was reverse trivia. They were asking them questions about girls, and none of them.
Well, they did the Star Wars trivia first, and then it was the women trivia to know that they're true fans because they are.
Except for Kristen Bell, who knew everything and earned Danny McBride's love.
Yes, and she slapped them,
which was great,
or punched them. Yeah.
But then it was a touching scene though when he's like, "Yeah," he said, "You guys can watch the movie, only you."
Yeah, that was dope.
And and everybody, not one person is like, "Aw," they're all just like, "Yep, sounds good."
That's the way it's got to be.
Yeah.
So. And then he sits down and watches it, and you get just a couple of quick scenes of like the friends sitting by the van waiting, and then back to him just looking at the screen, and never once does his face show any sort of like emotion. He's just kind of looking at the screen, and then he comes out and he's like, "All right, let's get out of here."
Yeah. So we get no read on the movie.
That's it. Smash cut. Who's the main character? What's the Jimmy Olsen from Superman Returns?
Oh shit, that is who that is. I didn't even fucking realize that. I was like, where have I seen this kid before? Oh, he is Jimmy Olsen.
And then that's the fucking that's Pam's husband.
Yeah, from The Office.
brother.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You know, you got Craig Robinson, you got this guy. I mean, like, you got Office alum. I'm like, what is going on here?
That's crazy.
And this is when they get sad because you realize the kid died.
Yep.
You know, they talked about not like changing the ending because of that, but they left it as is.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. It was like, God damn. Like,
and then the movie's about to start, and he's just like, what if it sucks?
That was the best line for the very end. Way to end it. But yeah, like I said, this everybody's happy.
And don't you feel bad though for your dead best friend that like his last memory is a shitty movie?
Well, I don't know. I think like
it was
so. Here's what
journey,
happened,
right? It was the journey. That's what
but in this movie theater, they're watching the movie, right? And they're all this Trade Federation shit and Jar Jar Binks and the Gungans, and they're like,
fucking pod racing.
Fuck. What the fucking yippee and fucking all this shit, and they're like, son of a fucking bitch. But then the end happens, and the fight on Naboo happens, and all this amazing fucking Star Wars choreography with the twist with the Duel of the Fates fucking is happening, and then you leave the movie on that high. You leave the movie on that high, only remembering that. You forget about all that other bullshit because it's just went in. You didn't soak it up.
You know what's fucked up? When I went and seen this movie and I seen it in the theaters, I don't remember feeling like, ugh, this was trash. I didn't have that feeling. I had that feeling later on in life. I was like, "Ooh, that was trash," but I didn't have that feeling going into.
No, nobody did, and nobody had. Well, so, of course, somebody did. I'm sure somebody out there did. But like, even when I saw episode 2 in the theater, that's arguably not a great movie. But would you watch fucking Yoda flipping around that bitch at the end? You're like, yo. What am I even watching right now? Your mind gets blown, and that's all you remember is the Dooku Yoda scene.
Yeah, so like the prequels had great scenes. It had great moments. It did. It really did. That are iconic. But you know, at the end of the day, like, I mean, would I take it back? Probably not. Could they rewrite it again differently? Probably so. But honestly, it is what it is at this point. And like, I enjoy them now because I got a chance to put that there was filler in between them. So that helped me out a lot. And going back now, I don't think I would shit on them as much as I would like I did in the past. They are what they were, and I get that.
We have those reviews somewhere.
We do have those reviews. We have to do it again though, because those are lost. Those are in the lost tapes. So
I'll do it. I'll go back through and review all of them all over again. I'll do it.
We will. Ed is going to make sure of that. You'll have every screenshot and everything going.
Those are going to be long shows. We can't be doing no movies.
Yeah, we ain't doing none of that shit in between.
No.
That's the review, and that's it. But yeah, man. Like I wouldn't. You know, it is what it is, man. I enjoyed it when I first went and seen it in the theaters, and it was a great event, and it was a great thing because I think I seen it opening night, but I wasn't dressed up. No. I never dress up. It's not my thing, but it is Ed's thing, and I've been with Ed when he does dress up, and it's pretty awesome though.
No bigger hype. There wasn't bigger hype for episode 7. There wasn't bigger hype for Endgame.
Nope.
For Star Wars episode 1, the hype. Plus, they had the fucking song. The Duel of the Fates was like, I mean, remember that was TRL days. Oh. That's MTV Total Request Live was like everybody watched that shit, and Duel of the Fates was #1 for weeks, and that was like a 5-minute video of all Star Wars footage. And how many times? Thousands of times people watch that shit.
Yep. So,
you know,
is Fanboys. That is Stargeekz for the night because we are over an hour, and I did not want to go over an hour, but it is what it is. A little thank you for joining us the first time seeing Fanboys. I'm glad you kind of enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It sounded like he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he did.
I did. I mean, like I said, I saw myself in some of the characters, not in Jay Barsham, not at all.
But
you put a lot of distance between you and that man.
Next week, I do not know what we're doing next week. We'll have to talk about that one. But we hope you guys.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
I mean, fuck, might as well. But we hope you guys come back and enjoy us next week. If you can't watch it, always watch it later on. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the show. This is Sean.
This is Lo.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
Continue.